So I've done the top 5 best front lines in Paladins, and now we're gonna be doing the top 5 best damage in Paladins. Now I've done my research, I've researched who are the absolute best damage in this current meta, and I've also asked pro players who they think are the best damage currently. Number 5 in the list is gonna be Saati. Saati has been one of the best damages in my opinion ever since she got released. I mean, she got nerfed so many times already, and even though she got nerfed a lot, she's still pretty good. So one of her abilities is the ricochet, or like the coin, which I'll be honest with you, I don't really use it that much, but it's a decent ability. You're basically throwing a coin and then shooting the coin, and it's like an AoE damage, which is, it's not the best, I'll be honest. I would rather just shoot the enemy than shoot the coin, but there's some scenarios where you can actually use the coin and you might pop off with it. She also has the dead ringer, which is basically leaving a decoy in front of you and it deals damage. And when you use this ability, you're gonna go invis. This ability is also really good if you just leave it like in the point, like facing the point, so it just keeps shooting on the payload basically. And her other ability is the blast back, which is basically you're jumping backwards, doing knockback and doing damage. Saati is also very unique. You don't really have like cooldowns on your abilities. You have like this, I think they're called pips, and her ultimate is basically, it's pretty good to secure kills because it can literally go through walls. And you have 3 of these, so even if you miss, you can always try again. All of her talents are not bad as well, but I would definitely recommend Windows of Opportunity. I feel like this one is just probably her best talent in my opinion. This one is also pretty good, and this one is, personally, I have never actually used this talent. I don't like it. Overall, Saati is a really good champion against like flankers, for example. She can counter flankers really easily. Her damage is just too strong, especially if you're using the Windows of Opportunity talent. Number 4 in the list is gonna be Tyra. Not only she's easy to use, she's also just really strong. She can easily just 1v1 anyone. First of all, you have a mark, which is 15% more damage to the person you have marked. You have a nade that deals 700 damage. Her kit overall is just so good. She's gonna be very hard to 1v1. She just deals so much damage. I would definitely say all of her talents are actually pretty good. It kind of just depends on the scenario, but out of all of them, Hunting Party is probably the best one. Burmancer you can actually use if they have like very tanky champions. Maybe they have like, I don't know, like Inara and then Rom, for example. Burmaster would be very nice. Mercy Kill, this is probably her least played talent right now, but it's still really good, but I would rather just use Hunting Party. Overall, she's just a really solid pick. She can counter flankers. You cannot touch the point basically because of her firebomb, so the enemy tanks cannot really touch the point. And her ultimate, you have like, I think 40% increased speed, so you have 40% increased speed and you don't consume any ammo. I mean, come on dude, she's definitely gonna be in the top 5 best damage right now. Number 3 in the list is gonna be Cassie. Now Cassie, before the patch, she was already really strong, and they decided to buff her this patch, question mark. I don't know why, but so she's just even more amazing at this point. If you know how to aim with Cassie, if your aim is like really good, yeah, it's GG. You're just gonna shred everyone with Cassie. Her damage is 680, and she has disengage, which is basically knocking the enemy back, and it also doing damage. Your bloodshot is just really strong. I'm pretty sure it's an AoE damage, and it deals 450 damage. And her ultimate is you can basically see the enemies through walls. And one of her buffs this patch, she has, I'm pretty sure, 20% attack speed every time you're ulting. Now all of her talents, same with Tyra, they're also really strong. All of them are really good. It kind of just depends on the matchup. For example, this talent over here is really good if you can aim properly. It's also just the most fun talent in my opinion. Impulse is also really strong, but I don't normally use it that much though. Big game is really good against like tanks, so if they have like 2 tanks for example, you could go for big game over here, but I would personally go for this talent over here. It's just too strong if you can aim your shots, and it's also just a lot of fun to use. I would definitely say Cassie is really good against tanks. She can just shred tanks really easily. She might struggle a little bit with flanks because it could get kind of difficult to aim them sometimes, but if you can actually land your shots against the flankers, then they cannot do anything to you. I would definitely say you need a little bit of practice with Cassie, but she's definitely worth it to learn. Number 2 in the list is gonna be Sha Lin. Now Sha Lin got buff this patch and it was just amazing. Look at this over here. Sha Lin's health is increased, and then his weapon reduced draw time from 1 second to 0.9 seconds. Sha Lin is the same with like Cassie. If you can hit your shots, it's GG. HP. I'm pretty sure he can like 2 shots flankers. You have a crippling arrow, which is basically preventing them from using their movement ability for 2 seconds. You have rapid shots, which is basically you're shooting arrows really fast, and each of them are doing 625 damage. And then you have withdraw, which is you're going backwards and you're going invis. And his ultimate, you become invis and your damage is just really strong. Now his talents are pretty good. I personally don't really use this talent that much, and I don't really see a lot of people using it as well. Recurve can also be really good, but personally I always go for Sand Trap over here. It's just a really strong talent. Overall, Sha Lin is just very strong. He's definitely very hard to master. You definitely need to put some time on this guy to actually learn him. I would kind of describe him kind of like Cassie. He's really good against tanks, really good against flankers. He's just a good pick in general. Now before I say the number 1, I want to give some honorable mentions. The first honorable mention is gonna be Lian. Now Lian, we can all agree Lian is not really like that hard to use, but it doesn't really matter. She's just too strong. She deals quite a lot of damage. If you get comboed by Lian, you could easily die from her. Even flankers can't really do that much with Lian because it doesn't matter how mobile you are. I would definitely say all of her talents are pretty good as well. It kind of just depends on the matchup, but I would normally go for Eminence over here. She's also not that hard to use, so you can literally master her anytime. She's just very easy. She can also farm tanks really easily. She can get her ult very fast. I just want to say that. Overall, she's pretty good. And the second honorable mention is gonna be Willow. Now Willow is actually one of, if not my favorite damage to play, so I could definitely confirm that Willow is a really good damage right now. If they have like 2 healers for example in the enemy team, and then you played Willow, oh my god, GG basically. She's very good at zoning the point and the payload. She deals a lot of damage. Her ult got buffed. I don't think it's a massive change, but it's still a really good change for her. Basically every time you use your ult, it refreshes your ammo, so you're like back to full ammo again. Overall, she's just a very solid damage out there. She's probably not the best at dealing with flankers, but against supports, against tanks, Willow is just very strong. They're gonna have no heals. They'll just take so much damage with Willow. Now number 1 in the list, this is probably not a surprise to anyone, is gonna be Bomb King. The easiest way to explain Bomb King is that he basically has everything. He has good damage, he has good CC, he has a good escape, he has AoE damage, he just has everything. I just want to say his primary attack deals 850 damage, I just want to say. And these bombs, you can stack them on an enemy, so you can literally just burst down one person so fast. And he has a stun, which is the Grumpy Bomb. You throw it on the point or something and they cannot really do anything. They either run away or get stunned. And I'm pretty sure this bomb also deals quite a lot of damage. If I'm not mistaken, it deals like 600 or 800. So not only this ability is doing a lot of damage, it's also stunning them. And then you have an ability called Poppy Bomb, which is you can knock enemy back or you can knock yourself back, which is also your mobility. And then your ultimate is, holy shit, it's a Bomb King ulting, spread out, I don't wanna fucking die, holy fuck, run away! It's an AoE ultimate that deals 2500 damage and then stuns the enemy team. Yes, you heard that correctly. It stuns and deals 2500 damage. This guy has been in the top meta for so long. The only issue with this guy is he's difficult to use. But if you mastered this guy, oh my god, GG, carry your team very easily. So if you want to try to master this guy, you're not gonna regret it. He's just very strong and very worth it to learn. So guys, do you guys agree with my top 5? Comment down below if you guys agree with me or not. Comment down below who do you guys think is the best damage in your opinion. So that's it for today guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it and I will see you guys next time. See ya.